Hi Techs, I'm Drew from the Process Implementation team, and I'm here to give you a brief overview of the pole mount installation process using the EasyDig auger and pole mount foam. In this video, we'll show you a typical pole mount process, review the necessary tech steps, and end with some frequently asked questions, which will help you in your pole mount installations. Alright, let's get started. Before beginning to dig, always verify that the utility company or 811 has been to the location and marked the underground obstacles using flags. If you do not see the marked obstacles, follow the temporary mount could not be completed process outlined on Portal. After you've performed your site survey and determined a suitable location for the pole mount, it's time to begin. Gather your tools and PPE. This will include your brushless drill, 2 charged batteries, and the auger assembly, which is your telescoping auger shaft, drill bit, soil remover, and a water bottle or container. For PPE, you'll need your gloves, work boots, safety glasses, and a bump cap or hard hat. Ensure the EasyDig tool has been assembled correctly as outlined in the EasyDig auger assembly steps. When testing, don't have the battery installed. Verify that the lever fully presses the trigger on the drill. Check the end of the bit to verify it is still in good working order. Measure your proposed digging site and ensure you do not dig within 24 inches of any utility markings. Place the soil remover tool about 8 to 10 inches away from the proposed dig site and press the stakes into the ground. Prior to starting your auger, make sure any loose clothing, shoelaces, etc. cannot get caught. As the auger penetrates the ground, maintain proper body mechanics. Don't bend at the waist or squat. Keep your body in a neutral position. Now it's time to start drilling. Set the drill bit firmly on the ground of the desired hole location and slowly pull the trigger. To start, use the highest speed on the drill. Don't push with heavy force. Let the drill bit do the work. During the drilling process, if you feel the drill is not penetrating as you think it should, move the auger assembly in small circles to allow the edges of the bits to dig into the soil. After about 5 to 10 seconds of drilling, clean the core bit using the soil remover tool. Set the bit over the soil remover tool screw and slowly squeeze the trigger to remove the dirt. After the initial 5 to 10 seconds, switch the drill to a low speed to save battery life for the remainder of the drilling process. This is why you should have 2 batteries, one for the hole penetration, the other battery to finish the rest of the customer installation. If the soil is particularly hard or dry, use a few ounces of water to help loosen the soil periodically through the digging process. It's important to remember to pour the water over the drill bit while it is in the hole but not running. This will lubricate the bit and allow for easier drilling, but not add any standing water to the bottom. Adjust the height of the drill as necessary throughout the digging process to help prevent additional strain on your back. This can be done by removing the pin at the outer drill shaft and pulling the inner shaft up. Slide the pin into the next available hole to hold the drill in its new position. The easiest way to do this is by keeping the auger bit and shaft in the hole while you extend the shaft. This will help stabilize the auger while you're adjusting the height. Dig and measure the hole to the standard 4 inches by 36 inches dimensions. The auger shaft will have an indicator at 34 inches at the top of the shaft collar. You still need to utilize the measuring tape to verify the correct height of 36 inches is reached. At this point, you've successfully drilled your pole mount hole 36 inches deep and 4 inches across, and you're ready to anchor the pole into the ground. Previously, concrete was used on all pole mount jobs, but a lighter, faster, and easier solution is foam. Let me show you how this works. To begin, remove any standing water from the bottom of the hole by adding some additional dirt or sand. Water left in the hole will reduce the integrity of the foam. Place the end of the pole into the hole. Push the pole into the ground so that it will stay in place and can be leveled. A good rule of thumb is you want to drive the pole roughly 2 inches into the ground at the bottom of the hole. Put the level on the pole and level it. This should be done at 2 different locations on the pole and are at right angles to each other. just like you do on any other dish mount installations today. Remove your safety gloves and put on the nitrile gloves from the package. Pull each end of the foam bag to release the center clip of the bag to begin mixing the foam. Note, if the bag is not opened within 1 minute of the clip being removed, the expanding foam may cause the bag to rupture and leak. The foam must be mixed away from customers' personal property, such as patios or driveways, to avoid difficult cleanups. Roll the bag back and forth using the handle of the EZ-Dig tool to knead it for 15 seconds on each side of the bag to mix the foam. Remember, in colder environments, more time will be needed to mix the bag. Example, if the temperature is 50 degrees or colder, the bag should be mixed for 35 seconds total. To help bring up the temperature of the sealed bag, it can be placed inside the technician's jacket during the digging process. Roll the opposite end of the bag to ensure all the foam is emptied from the bag, just like a tube of toothpaste. You need as much of the foam as you can squeeze from the bag. As the foam dries, it expands and hardens in the hole and secures the pole into the ground. Allow the foam to set for a minimum of 15 minutes before mounting the reflector, 20 minutes when the temperature is below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. While the foam is setting, assemble the dish being installed. Remember to remove the nitrile gloves and put your safety gloves back on for this. After 15 minutes, remember 20 minutes when the temperature is below 50, place the assembled dish on the pole. Remove any excess foam from the top of the hole and cover the remaining foam with dirt. The excess foam can be thrown away with the used bag at the office. Using the foam and auger tool will save you time and energy during an installation. Here are some tips and tricks we've learned from the field. Rotation of the auger during drilling allows for the edges of the drill bit to dig deeper into the soil. Using water over the drill bit to lubricate the bit will help with dry soil removal. Using high power on the drill to start and then moving to the low power will save battery life. Keep the drill bit spinning as it is being pulled up from the bottom of the hole for ease of removal. Remember, stop spinning the bit once it is free of the hole. If working in colder temperatures, meaning 50 degrees Fahrenheit or colder, place the unopened bag inside your jacket during the digging process to bring the foam temperature up. If foam should come into contact with your skin, use the cleaning wipes to remove it. Be careful not to get the foam onto clothing, as it cannot be removed. If foam ends up in hair or beards, use hair conditioner and let it set for 15 minutes. Use a comb to remove the foam. If the foam should come into contact with the customer's property, attempt to clean the foam before it sets using the cleaning wipes. Note, the foam will be very difficult to remove from materials with cracks or holes, such as concrete, and should be kept away from these types of materials. If the foam cannot be removed, contact your manager and describe the situation. Discuss the spill with the customer. If necessary, follow the standard damage claim process on Portal. Remember, after the dish has been fully mounted and the cabling has been connected, the cables should always be concealed or buried. At the end of the install, do one last sweep of the area to ensure everything is installed properly and no tools or equipment are left behind. You can find the full process document for assembling the auger and pole mount installations on Portal. Thanks for your time, and good luck out in the field.